So I'm 27 and I'm playing professional football for the Miami Dolphins. And I start getting this inner feeling like, I don't think this is really what I'm supposed to be doing. On the outside, everyone's looking, and that's Ricky Williams, one of the best running backs in the NFL. Of course he's supposed to be doing that. End up leaving the Dolphins and start traveling. I left football, right? I was trying to do this thing that I thought I was supposed to be doing, and I was really good at it. But it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing on the planet this time around. Learning astrology, learning yoga, learning about herbs, all these things that I've been doing since that point have really been more in line with who I am. And one of the things that I would tell people when they would ask about my retirement, I would say it's weird. I felt like I lived more in the 6 months after I retired than I did previous 27 years of my life. To me, this is what astrology can do, is it can help you find yourself in your life. So this is a workshop, so I like it to be interactive. Because I could get up here and talk about a whole bunch of things, but to me it's more interesting to talk about and address questions. So the whole point of astrology, what's the point? What's the point? Evolution. What's the point? Do you know the point? What's the point? What's the point? Do you have an idea? Self-understanding. Self-understanding, that's a good start. End up leaving the Dolphins and start traveling. You know, I've been a football player my whole life. Like, I gotta find something to do with my life. And so I had to start sitting and thinking about what is it that I want to do with my life. And so I kind of did a review of my whole entire life. And I said, you know, one of the things that I've enjoyed doing and I've always been good at is when people have issues or things they're struggling with, I can give them a different way to see it and it helps them feel better. And I was like, a healer. And I had all of this before I even understood anything about astrology, right? I had this idea that I want to be a healer. And so as I started studying astrology and I come across my moon in the 10th house and I read what that means, and I'm like, mind blown, right? And so again, that was a clue where I started diving in deeper to my chart to try to understand what else can I learn about myself.
So astrology is like a language to create meaning in human lives.
I would say astrology is a language to help you discover what's meaningful for you. For me, what I used as a shell to protect myself was my fame and my success. And I think because I hid behind that, I wasn't reaching my full potential. I wasn't even in the ballpark. In life, right, we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to have courage. So if Mars is strong in your chart, Aries is strong in your chart, this is the good life. I'm telling you, I mean, when I talk to people about their chart, right, I explain that a chart is essentially a snapshot of the moment you were born, right? The idea that time has qualities. So the moment and place of your birth, where you take your first breath, is a holograph of your potential, right? What you're here to do. And to be a part of that kind of transformation in people's lives, to me, there's nothing better. And it takes, you know, all the good stuff, all the bad stuff that I've been through, and it makes it all meaningful. Everything I've went through has given me a certain perspective and given me a certain wisdom that I've been to the top of the mountain and I've been to the bottom of the valley. So whoever, you know, comes into the house and sits down for a reading, on some level, I've been where they've been and I can relate with them and I can give them a different perspective and some insight about where they've been, where they are now, and where they're headed. That's much more rewarding to me, much more, it feeds my soul more than scoring touchdowns.